To love is nothing. To be loved is something. But to love and to be loved by the one whom you love is everything. Love is the elixir of life. Where there is love, there is life. But sometimes this elixir, instead of giving life, it also takes away our life. How? Good afternoon, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Let me tell you a story. The same story which our essay told in a little elaborated way. Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a small boy named Chintu with his father Sahil. Sahil was a leading lawyer in the town. Sahil always focused on investing his hard-earned money only for his child's upbringing. He wanted to give the best to his son in everything. Chintu one day came to his father running and asked, "Papa, I saw a new car. Why don't you buy that for me?" Sahil, without hesitation, replied, "Oh, it's my pleasure to get you that, my son." The next day morning, in front of their house, there arrived a new car. Both father and son went around the town merrily in their new car. Chintu felt Sahil is the best father in this world. Obviously, for a son, dad is his first hero. One Sunday morning, when Sahil was cleaning his car, Chintu took a small stone and started scribbling on the sides of the car. Sahil became furious and in anger, he started hitting Chintu's hand several times without even realizing he was using a wrench. Blood started pouring from Chintu's hand. The poor boy fainted. At the hospital, Chintu was diagnosed to lose all his fingers due to multiple fractures. Chintu, with pain, looked at his father and asked, "Papa, when will my fingers grow back?" Sahil was emotionally hurt. He was speechless. He couldn't see his sweet little heart son suffering with chronic pain. He went back home and started kicking his car several times. Devastated by his own action, sitting in front of the car, Sahil just looked at the scratches. Tears started rolling down the cheeks. His heartbeat started beating fast. For a moment, his breath stopped. Yes, his sweet little heart son has written, "Love you, Dad," on the sides of the car. The next day morning, in newspaper, the headlines read, "The leading lawyer of the town committed suicide." Yes, Sahil couldn't digest what he has done to his little son and decided to leave the world by only leaving the traces. Things are to be used and people are to be loved. But the problem in today's world is people are used and things are loved. Most of us already heard or read this story. But why did I choose such a familiar one? As the French writer Henri said, "Things needs to be said has already been said. Since no one was listening, it has to be said again." When we heard about this story or read it somewhere, most of us would have liked it, and even some of us would have forwarded it. But really, how many of us took the next step? So, how to start loving our kids? Love is not something that you do. Love is something that you are. First, we should stop dictating our kids what he or she should do. Then we should stop imposing ourselves on them and create a strong friendship rather than being a boss. Many parents assume when a child is born, it is time for them to teach. But actually no. It is time for them to learn. Because when a kid comes to your home, unknowingly you start laughing, playing, singing, crawling under the sofa, do all the things that you had already forgotten to do. So, it is time to learn love, life from our kids. Let the children be children as much as possible. A lot of parents will be willing to do anything for their kid except let them to be themselves. If you are genuinely interested in giving your kid a good upbringing, then first try to transform yourself into a loving human being. Our kids need our presence more than our presence. So, love more, live more. Over to you, Krishna.